All right. I don't know what's going on today, but for sure there is some technical challenges happening. Rich Rising, my name is Milady. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self awareness. Yes, Rich Rising. You're that's right, from New York. New York. All right, so the day in New York feels like it's a great time to discuss what we're going to be doing today. So let me just go live. Y'all know I got my TikTok peeps till they decide to come through. If you don't know me, my name is Milady. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self awareness. And this is our day 3. Is it our day 3? It might be our day 3, right? Did I lose count? Y'all know this happens to me. Yeah, it's our day 3. Financial. Y'all, the week has been crazy. Healing our financial wounds. That's what we're doing today. Day 3. Thank you. All right. So, first and foremost, I'm sending y'all love. All right. Today, I'm going to shout out and do the giveaway. Yesterday was crazy. We're doing this. And today, we're also going to have a live meditation session to focus on healing our financial wounds. We'll also have a small writing series. That's, ladies, how is it a series and it's fun? Having a small writing session in regards to our regrets to our financial wounds. So stay tuned. All right, so let's do this giveaway. Y'all know, right? Shout out to everybody that participated. All right. So we have the participants' name there. And we are about to spin. This is so fun. All right. So again, shout out to Jasmine, Denise, Tanisha, Maria, and Evelise for participating. So I will be providing a yoga session, a beginner's yoga session. There'll also be a natal chart reading or transit reading. And the last thing would be a 30-minute tarot reading with me. All right, so for the tarot reading, let's see who we got. Hey. All right, Maria. Maria, 30-minute tarot reading. So we're going to go ahead and go for the yoga session. Y'all done started something. Yeah, what think Oh, hey. Cuban chica. Yes. You got the yoga session. Don't forget to email me, all right, so I can send you all the information. And then last but not least, this is for the uh, natal chart reading or transit reading. There's one person on here who already has gotten the natal chart reading, so you will probably get the transit reading. Shall it be you? Let's see. Hey, Jasmine. All right. So thank you, Evelise and Tanisha, for joining. I appreciate you guys. All right, so we got our winners. So we have Maria, Denise, and Jasmine. Y'all go ahead and text me, all right? Not text me, pardon me, email me. Ooh, that was so much fun. Hold on, where I'm at. Now I got lost. Hey, y'all didn't enter? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. When we got a 650, I'm doing another one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe because I'm doing this for real. All right, next thing I'm going to be doing is providing some digital products that I have. All right, so congratulations to the winners. All right, so let's get it going. Let's get it going. So the next thing that I'm going to be sharing is reminding you guys of the other challenges that we have. All right, especially the meditation challenge. Shall today not be the right time for you to do this meditation and allow yourself to receive? There's other 10-minute meditations on the channel. Don't forget to do that. Okay. So today, look at this. I wrote it wrong. Today is day 3. Hold on. Today is day 3 of our challenge. And so today we're going to get deep into understanding our financial wounds. Let's begin there. So yesterday might have been a bit triggering for us, discovering what our financial story was. And I will share, while I healed many of my financial stories, there's still some wounds, right, that came up yesterday for today. So y'all know I'm going to be sharing. So when it comes to our financial wounds, what negative experiences do we remember that we did as adults, right? What experiences, what mistakes that are related to money left an emotional impact on us? It could be as an adult, it could be as a child, right? So after hearing your story, after going through that, what was your emotional state when it comes to money? When your parents told you, hey, there's no money, did you feel like at some point that you guys were part of that scarcity mindset at a young age? Did you feel like, well, I can't get anything because we can't afford it, right? So where is our financial wounds? And why is it so important for us to heal our financial wounds? Emotional blockage, emotional damage, right? The blockages, the thoughts of you not being able to afford something can create an emotional blockage when you get excited about a dress that you enjoy, about a shirt that you like and you want to get. But then that mindset of I can't afford it comes up. That's an emotional blockage. Even though the thought is a feeling of I cannot have it, right? And so with that being said, these financial wounds prevent us from reaching the prosperity that we are asking for. That time when you lend somebody money, right? Those are wounds. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, parents, when y'all kids be having money, right? When I have money and stuff like that, um, parents would be like, let me borrow, my mother would be like, let me borrow some money. And in my mind, as a child, it's like, how are you borrowing money from me? Right? First and foremost, I don't even know how I got this money. It might have been an uncle, right? So then on top of that, you're asking to borrow money from me. So already at a young age, not for nothing, many of us were already loan sharks. So is that a financial wound for you? Are you a giver? Can that be actually a financial wound for you? Always being the one to provide, always being the one to have the money for others. So this doesn't always have to be in a space of you not having money growing up. This could also be the person you are, the friend in the group that buys all the snacks, right? So everybody's coming to you for all the snacks. That came to me right now because there was a friend of mine, shout out to Arlene. She used to come to school with all the snacks. All right. And I was the child that, I barely came in with snacks. So I was snacks, you know what I mean? So What is your financial wounds? And as you begin to start thinking of what these wounds are, do our best not to get attached to these wounds, right? These are things that we might not have thought about in a long time. And like I said, that happened to me yesterday. So as we go into the purpose of remembering it is also now to bring in the role of forgiveness into our financial wounds. So how do we allow ourselves to release the thought, the feelings, and the actions of scarcity, of poverty, of regrets, right? So there are some of us who at a at the age of 18 or at a young age, we received lawsuits, right? Some of us were part of that era where lawsuits were available for us, and our parents fought for us to get some lawsuits. What's up with that? Right? There's so many different type of wounds. Child support, right? That's another one that can be a financial wound to people, where your child support money was being obtained by your parent, and whether it's mother or father, right? And you didn't see that money. Some of us could have been in the foster system, right? Your money was being managed by the government. We're going deep. These are all financial wounds. Maybe it's not that deep for you. Maybe it was a time where everybody got a gift and you didn't. So you're reminding yourself and forgiving yourself for not being chosen at that time, but you can always choose yourself. So, what is the role of forgiveness in this whole shebang? Shebang. Oh, baby, when she moves. All right, my ladies. Forgiving yourself and other people for your financial wounds, right? Allowing yourself to look at your past mistakes as a way to stepstone and thrive. I will tell y'all one thing is for sure. I've gotten myself out of debt 3 times, right? Doing all the financial stuff. Da, da, da. I'm sharing because I was young, right? So I was young. I was learning a lot of financial. I was hanging out with older people. At 18, I was hanging out with people that was like 25, and they was doing their thing with finances. I'm telling you. So, however, I wasn't that savvy. So, yeah, I did a couple of errors. Nonetheless, I was able to financially focus and take myself out of debt 3 times. I'm not telling y'all that, go out there and go create some quote unquote debt, right? Nonetheless, I did use the word I'm debt free, so I'm just saying. All right. So, who may have contributed to your negative financial situations? All right. Was it misleading advice? Was it financial mismanagement? A lot of us grew up with parents who financially mismanage the abundance. And that could be that in the beginning of the month, everything was all good and gravy. At the end of the month, you might have been standing on a pantry line or something like that. So that's not for everybody, but nonetheless, those of us who are showing up to the money challenge, there's blockages, there's emotional blockages, there's wounds there. So I'm going to first guide you guys into an activity, right? Before we get the guided meditation is going to be towards the end. So that way everyone can get the information. And when the video ends, it ends with the meditation. Should you be driving at work, come back to the meditation so that you can complete this exercise for yourself. So, how are we letting go? How are we letting go? We're going to be identifying our regrets. That's right. You might get angry. Okay. As long as you don't hurt nobody or yourself. One of the things that I can think about when it comes to regret is listening to maybe my mother giving me financial advice from someone who tends to, manipulate the system. Again, I learned at a very young age. For somebody who's older and maybe in the process of continuously acting like she may not be able to pay the rent just to beat the system, I might want to go and take advice from somebody else. So, is there any feelings or consequences that's associated with them? That part of me, I definitely healed. Why? Because not why, how. I was introduced to people that were financially literate and they have been able to guide me to do these things. So I'm grateful for that. So for this activity, I want you guys to write down just two, right? And I'll write down with you two acts to identify two regrets, sadness, emotion, whatever it is when it came to a specific, and this is something that you're going to remember. You don't have to dig through your, your subconscious mind so much. Why? Because every time somebody says something about that person or mentions that financial number, you can feel the trigger, right? And I'm going to share with you guys the one that we're doing today. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to do that, just to write down two of your financials wounds. We're releasing here. We're not letting this hold us down anymore. Forgot to write what was the feeling and the consequences associated to that. All right, so after we do, excuse me, for those of you who are on YouTube, go ahead and comment anything that came up for you when it comes to this exercise, even if it's one word. All right. So I'm gonna share mine, and again, you can share yours here in the community on YouTube. So this basically one of the for me, yes, it was regret. So when I was in my 20s, right, my mother, she fucked up my Bank of America account. It was funny that yesterday somebody introduced me to uh, something that Bank of America is doing. So I knew I had to talk about this. So my mother was a foster care parent and she didn't have a bank account. She felt like um, she didn't need one. However, she wanted all of her dimes. right? She wanted all of her dimes when it comes to the money that she's receiving. And I had, at that age, I had about maybe 2 or 3 bank accounts. So I was, as a daughter, like, yeah, you can use my bank account to change your check. So whatever miracle my mother has going on in her life, she ends up getting double. She puts in her check and she receives double the amount that she's supposed to have. I'm not lying, y'all. Rather than her say, hey, my ladies, we might need to go to the bank in the morning to put this money back because, I received more than I needed to. She didn't say anything. Okay. Spirit got my back all day, every day. Every time my family members will do something that's not nice, I will find out about it in front of them. And then it's like confrontation time. Because I'm one of those people that we're going to talk about it, right? Mother, sister, father, it don't matter. And so I'm gonna press you. And so I'm sitting there with my mother, with my family, and I see a phone call. Bank of America calls me and tells me that I owe them 2,000 and I change. And I'm like, from where? I didn't even remember that I had that account. Now everybody's walking out the room, right? Oh, everybody knew that she fucked my bank account. So what happened? I asked her, I said, so you're gonna pay for it? And she was like, no, I'm not paying for it. So my mother had this mindset that if they give her money, it's their loss because she's not paying it back. So she would take out finger hut credit. She did the damn thing. Again, that's her lifestyle. So with that being said, she always felt like she wasn't gonna pay it back. Back in the days, I don't know, but she did. All I can say is that my mother was savvy and she would just change one of her last numbers of her social and she'll get another credit card. I don't know how that happened. Again, she's a magical being. She was a Scorpio. All right, so that happened. So what was the feeling there? The feeling was betrayal, anger. And for both of these that I'm going to share, the feeling was betrayal, anger. It was hate, right? I wasn't feeling value. And I felt at danger, right? Because now my credit score, I'm young, I'm doing my thing. What if I wanted to get a car? All right, whatever. So that happened. So the consequences for my mom's, I didn't speak to her for like 6 months. So she'll be all right. So that happened. And by the way, my mom's passed away and she really never took her time to apologize for anything that she instilled in us. But we're growing. So that was the first one. The second one, this one was like, I was really in danger. Okay, so I'm visiting her. Again, I'm visiting my mother, and there's this guy in her building, and she goes, oh yeah, she's the one that's gonna pay you. What am I paying this man for? First and foremost, what are you talking about? We get upstairs, she goes, oh, that's the loan shark. I owe him money, but I told him that you was gonna pay him, but we're not gonna pay him. How you not gonna pay somebody that lives in your building? How you don't feel danger? Warning, warning, warning. We live in the Bronx. We live in NYCHA buildings. We live in borders. She did not care. And so that moment, I didn't visit her for like a whole year, right? First and foremost, I didn't feel safe visiting her after her saying that I'm going to be paying somebody back. Like, okay. So these are the 2 financial wounds that came up for me yesterday. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So it gets deep, right? And you can see that a lot of these wounds are coming from who? My mother, right? So there was a lot of healing in the maternal area for me for a very long time. I'm good now, right? No, brother. I'm good now, right? Because I decided to take charge of this area of my life and healed and looked for people and things like that. So let me know what was like, what was your regret? Is it connected to a family member? Is it connected to a friend? Are you still involved with them? One thing about me is that I had to heal while still interacting with my mother because my mother was someone who was highly sick. So at any given time, you know, she could have passed away or anything like that. So I feel like that was her pact. She was like, I'm gonna do some shit, but my daughter's got to be there for me. We were. Shout out to Tamara. So I know that this could be quite triggering again. So take your time doing this. All right. We're gonna jump into a few affirmations. We're gonna affirm some things, right? So because you're gonna be creating an affirmation, whatever it is that you want to create that's gonna shift your financial womb mindset, right? And I'm going to share one with you. After the meditation, you can come back, right? The meditation is going to help you release whatever it is that you wrote down, as well as to open up space for this new affirmation or affirmation to come in. So we're going to be affirming our financial healing. Say that with me. I'm affirming my financial healing. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, right? It's funny because these are things that we're not thinking about, yet we are calling in a lot of abundance, I desire this, I desire this, I desire this. Yet we forget these little bits and pieces of thoughts that are blocking us. Especially, yes, there's a thought, but when there's a thought, there's also an emotion. Because if you think about food, we get happy. And we think about our lovers, should we be in love with them, we get happy. When we think about things that hurt us, right? So there's that connection. So the moral of this is, when you think about this, how do you feel? And if the feeling continues to be regret, if the feeling continues to be, I'm not talking to this person, come back to the meditation a couple of times. Because at the end of the day, it's not literally about you going over there and telling the person, I forgive you for ruining my financial life. No, that sounds a little bit condescending, yeah? You don't have to, because first and foremost, the person's going to be like, what are you talking about? We out here healing to some deep shit, right? So we ask God, source, universe to bring in an opportunity to share this, to share our wounds with the person, so that conversations could be much easier, right? Because a lot of us come in with this energy and we're ready to attack our parents, we're ready to attack everyone that might have been in that situation or event. So let's be emotionally intelligent. Let's create high vibrational karma by opening up space of forgiveness for yourself first. Yes, you took out that $10,000 credit card because you didn't know about financial literacy, and then you filed for bankruptcy. By you filing for bankruptcy, y'all know there be bugs over here. By you filing for bankruptcy, that might be a financial wound for you. I don't know how to hold $10,000. So now we're healing that. So I'm going to give you guys an example, a few examples. This is one. I have 3 down below. Oh, and I'm going to be talking about the books, because I told you I'm going to be recommending a book each day. Yesterday, the book is in the description below, but I'll share why I said that book. All right, so here's the example. I am capable of overcoming financial obstacles with wisdom and courage. All right, we don't have to go so far. We think about what we put down and we create an affirmation that brings us into the future and the present moment, right? I am capable, right? So when you say to yourself, I am capable, you're shutting down everything else that says that you're not. Of overcoming, so you're just not healing your financials, you're surpassing it and overcoming it. Financial obstacles with wisdom and courage. Wisdom meaning you may not be doing this by yourself, right? You're going to be allowing the wisdom to come in through whoever it is. And the wisdom might come into the person that probably might have hurt you with the finances. You never know. What are you going to do about that, right? The courage is quite important. Can you sit with yourself and say, I'm no longer going to let this hold me back, without picturing the situation that caused you to be in that space? So if you created some now, let me know. I'm going to give you guys. Oh, there we go. Come through. I release the regret of wasting my financial blessings on everyone but myself and my investments. Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. Let me share a few more with you guys. So don't forget, you can also take this paper and safely burn it so that you can feel the empowerment of it no longer holding you back. You can rip it real good. You can rip it. There's dissolving paper. So this is a continuous exercise, right? This exercise is gonna literally imagine spending a week on your regrets and your financial wounds and saying to yourself, I am choosing to heal you. I am choosing to release you. I forgive myself from past financial mistakes and embrace the opportunity to build a stronger, more secure financial future. How does that sound? I release all anxiety and guilt associated with money, allowing myself to heal and welcome abundance into my life. I am healing my financial wounds by cultivating gratitude for what I have and confidence in my ability to improve my financial health. You see that? That just sounds good, feels good, right? This is something that I put out for the community, so don't be afraid to literally use this. One of my favorite ones is I release all anxiety and guilt associated with money. Many of us are parents and we might feel like we fumbled some abundance, and we might have not done right by our children, right? There's some of us who now go through a bit of maybe scarcity or poverty mindset, and our children are also experiencing that. As I mentioned yesterday, be sure to share this with your children. Ask them, how do they look at money? You know, what does money mean to them? I remember doing a vision board with one of my nieces from Rhode Island. And I asked her, what does what does abundance look like for you? And she had no problem drawing a huge dollar sign, but she was artistic with it. All right, she put things around it. So this is some of the examples that you can bring for yourself. Let me see. Hey, I released someone else's story related to scarcity. Couldn't have said it better. All right. So with that being said, boom, 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 we're going to get into this 10-minute meditation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for your people to be doing this with you, right? Let me ask you a question. Why are you hiding that you're healing yourself? The minute that people see that you're healing, even if it's the people that don't, quote unquote, want you to succeed, it shows that it's time for them to shift because you're shifting. Okay. What else? I was going to show y'all something. Hold on. Oh yeah, for those of you who were asking me, where do you find the affirmation cards? Let me share the screen. So here you guys can see Pensite, G Hood Buddha, and so you scroll past this. You should check out the testimonies though, and then you click here, and this is the printable affirmation cards, and I'm going to share how they look, because I know that's something else. So basically, these are cards that are going to assist you shift your subconscious mind, just like any other cards that you may have. Tarot card readers can use it, and it goes into different areas of your life, right? I targeted with these cards. I targeted the mental, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual mindset, so that we can go ahead and start dismantling some things. So I know some of y'all was asking me, like, where is it? There you go. Okay. So let's get into this meditation. I'm going to need for you guys to tell me. Give me 1 second. If you can hear the music, because I'm going to be playing the music. Now, again, if you can't do the meditation right now, come back to it. In the meantime, go ahead in the comments and share some of the discoveries that you had today. All right, so I want you to tell me if you can hear the music. Let me know in the comments. Can you guys hear the music? All right. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Relax yourself. We're going to take our time and use this to release what we just brought up for ourselves. All right. So go ahead and allow yourself to know that you'll be here for the next 10 minutes. Sit or lie down. Whichever you prefer. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and exhale. All right. And as you breathe, let out any tensions you are holding. Relax your ankles. Relax your knees. Relax your hips. Continue to breathe deeply. feeling more and more relaxed with each breath. Imagine your body becoming lighter and more relaxed. Focus on any area that feels tight or heavy. Perhaps your shoulders, your chest, or your stomach. Imagine each tension melting away with each exhale. Breathing in this nice white light, relaxing and breathing out the tension. Now let's bring to mind a financial mistake or regret from the past. See it clearly in your mind's eye. And as you hold this memory, acknowledge any feeling that it's bringing up without judgment. Whether that's shame, guilt, or sadness. Let's breathe into those feelings. And as you exhale, imagine them dissipating into the air, loosening their power over you. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale, relaxing your body. And as you continue to breathe deeply, repeat this affirmation to yourself out loud or silently. I forgive myself for past financial mistakes. I release these burdens to make space for financial peace and abundance. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to affirm that one more time. I forgive myself for past financial mistakes. I release these burdens to make space for financial peace and abundance. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And with every breath, allow the regrets to become lighter and lighter. Now, I would love for you to envision a door in front of you. It could be whatever color you desire. This door represents your financial future. See yourself choosing to walk towards it. Allow yourself to open the door. And as you open the door, there's this green emerald light shining through. And as you step into this new life filled with financial abundance and security, you can feel happiness, joy, and gratitude. Notice how it feels to move in this space. Perhaps there's a sense of freedom, safety, or contentment. Spend a few moments here enjoying this beautiful, amazing feeling, knowing that your abundance and financial freedom is within reach. And as you step into your new financial freedom, go ahead and take 3 more deep breaths, each time feeling more grounded and secure. Begin to bring your awareness to the bottom of your feet. And begin to imagine roots sprouting from the bottom of your feet, extending itself to the ground. And this feeling of stability and financial awareness is flowing through you. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to the present moment with each breath. Begin to gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms. And when you're ready, softly open your eyes, or you can stay laying down. Reflect on this meditation. Jot down any insights. And always remember, with each step you take in this challenge, it will bring you closer to a healthier and more prosperous financial life.